clear for launch in 3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Black Ops. I'm going to talk about a few things today. During this video, a couple news articles I was reading on Yahoo earlier this evening. The first thing I want to talk about is this whole situation with Justin Bieber and the Stanley Cup. Because I learned a few things reading an article that I did not know about hockey etiquette. So basically what happened was Bieber got to go into the Blackhawks locker room and take some photos of the Stanley Cup. Now he was able to touch the Stanley Cup. I guess he wasn't wearing gloves, which isn't the first time he's done such a thing. So he touched it barehanded. But more importantly, what had happened was he was standing on the logo on the floor of the locker room of the Blackhawks while he was taking the picture. Now, what I learned from reading this article is that this is a disrespectful notion or a disrespectful thing to do when you're in the locker room of a professional hockey team. The Blackhawks usually rope off their logo to the media. They do not want anybody standing on it, even though it's on the floor. And the Bruins actually have a security guard that will direct people away from the logo, when they're in the locker room. I did not know this, that there was, certain etiquette with the logos in the locker rooms, but apparently this is not something that's new. But what I found interesting and funny about the article was that there were some fans who were very upset about this, and Chicago just held at an annual fan appreciation type get-together at a convention center. And so 3 guys showed up with a huge blow-up picture of the Biebs face. And what they did is they went around taking over 100 pictures, including like a Zamboni with the wheels and stuff over his face, as well as them with the Blackhawks mascot standing on his face throughout the fan convention. So, I think that was a funny way to get back to show their disapproval for what the Biebs did. And I guess Bieber did apologize to the staff in the locker room for disrespecting, the standing on the logo. But as far as I read and can tell, he didn't nationally apologize for what he did. So, there's Biebs in the news doing something stupid again. Moving on to the next article I do want to talk about is lab-grown meat, lab-grown hamburgers, test tube hamburgers, if you will. Mark Post, this was created by, I believe, a gentleman or an organization called Mark Post in Maastricht University in the Netherlands. And what they did, they were able to create a 5-ounce hamburger grown strictly in a laboratory. Now, this is going to be taste tested by an unknown diner on Monday, August 5th, somewhere in the Netherlands. And basically, it's going to be done in front of an invite-only crowd. So they're inviting people to come watch this person's reaction when they eat a hamburger that's been chemically grown. So, as I learned in the article reading this is not actually a new concept. I guess in 2008, NASA was trying to develop lab-grown meats to offer, food alternatives to their astronauts when they are in outer space. And PETA has actually offered $1 million to anyone who can create a lab-grown product. So there have been many organizations and people who have tried to come up with a chemically grown, lab-grown meat. They want to get paid. Everybody's trying to get paid. However, this person has grown enough meat to create a hamburger, and it looks like this may be something to look forward to in the future. Basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to cut down on the use of resources that are available to feed cattle to produce meats. So, they're going to help preserve the cattle slaughtering and the vegetation that are used to feed these animals. Now, what this does for, in my opinion, is this going to affect jobs? Are you going to have a decrease in slaughterhouses, packing companies, meat companies that handle, live, or I won't say live meats, but the meat that's extracted from the cattle. So I think moving forward, if this becomes a something that is going to be front and center as a new way to produce meat, what's that going to do for job opportunities, and is the general public going to, be receptive to the idea of a chemically grown product? And the final article that I would like to talk about is a big one, because ever since the Newtown, Connecticut situation that took place over a year ago with the shooting of the teachers and the students, gun debate has been a huge issue in the United States. Clarksville High School in Arkansas has allowed faculty members, administration, teachers, employees of their high school to undergo training to carry concealed weapons on them during the day. So what this essentially does is this is going to allow teachers and faculty to be able to use their weapon if they feel necessary within the school system. They're going to go through extensive training. There'll be $50,000 that are going to be used for ammunition and training for the participants, who are also going to be given $1,100 stipend that they can use to purchase a handgun and a holster. And they go through 53 hours of training, and they will be considered guards within the school. Now, they're going to have their identities protected. The district will post signs saying that the school has armed guards, but they're not going to say which teachers or faculty members actually are going to be carrying weapons that are going to protect their identities. One mother, as of right now, is going to be pulling her upcoming 8th grader from the school. She feels that life and death type situations should be left to trained officers of the law, not teachers, even though they're going through training. So, moving forward, this issue is going to be huge. I think this is going to be something that's going to be talked about for a very long time, especially if a situation arises where one of these faculty members has to use their weapon. So, guys, go ahead, leave your comments below in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this whole gun situation, lab-grown products, chemicals used to make foods, such as hamburgers, things like that. And also the Bieber situation. Biebs is always in the headlines, but he seems to be doing dumb things. So, yeah, leave your comments. Leave a like or favorite. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned to my other series I got going. I appreciate all your support, guys. Thanks a lot.